Okay, good day everyone. I want to greet all of you, and first of all I want to say I'm glad to see you here for meeting here, unfortunately, during this crisis period. But however, as a university we try to do such kind of things for useful for you. My name is Turanə, and as you see today I will try to explain you our English lesson from Cutting Edge. As the name of the module, as you see, it is the world around us. If you remember, in our last semester, we have finished module 9, and during the 2 weeks of our second semester, we have begun module 10. Today, so I would like to begin with module 11. But first of all, let's begin with the grammar material. I'm sure that most of you are familiar with this grammar material, can and can't. Coming to its meaning, first of all, it means that somebody is able to do something. We use can to say we are able to do something. For example, Peter can speak German very well, or I can play the piano. But we use can't to say we are not able to do something. For example, my dog can't walk at the moment. You are familiar with this material, but I would like to say some characteristic features of can and can't. First of all, we have learned with you in present simple tense form, if we use the verb in the third person singular, we have to add s or es at the end of the verb. If we want to use this word in the third person singular, we have to add s. Walks, he walks, she walks, or it walks. But if we have to use, if we have to make up a sentence with can, so in this case, where do we have to add this can? In the first point is that at the end of the can we don't have to add s or es. This present simple suffixes, we do not have to add these ones. And after can, the verb must be in the basic form, or in other words, bare infinitive. Walks is not correct. It is not true. As you see, she can dance salsa, not she can dances salsa. It is not true. And coming to it is interrogative and negative forms, we do not use any kind of auxiliary verbs, as in present simple tense form or past simple do, does, or did. We use can itself, but what do? We move can at the beginning of the sentence. Can she walk, for example? Can he walk, or can it walk? Coming to it is negative form, we have to add particle not at the end of can. Cannot, or in abbreviated form, can't. The main and interesting point is that some students, or most students, mispronounce the pronunciation of this verb. They say can't, but it is not correct. It has to be pronounced like that, can't. And in this case, I want... Okay, let's linger. For more practicing, I would like you to do with me, please. I'm sure that your books are open in front of you and you will follow me, and I'm sure that you are following me. So let's do together, students. In positive, affirmative, or positive sentences, if we want to make it, we have to put Yes, of course, can. Chimpanzees can read sign language, but for forming negative form, we have to put can't. Elephants can't jump. But for making interrogative form, we have to add, of course, again, can. Can dogs see colors? Okay, I'm sure that everything is clear. And for as a home task for you, I would like you to make more practice. As you see, here are two boxes. In the first box, you are given subjects of the sentences, and in the second box you are given verbs, and of course you will make simple sentences with the help of can or cannot. Of course you have to make such kind of sentences, you have to make up such kind of sentences that are true. Okay, for example, we are given a sample: dogs can't see colors. I want you to pronounce these words: chimpanzees, kangaroos, elephants, ants, dolphins, dogs, parrots, newborn babies. For example, let's take one subject and one predicate: newborn babies, and our verb is that carry heavy things. So let's make a sentence with the help of can't. For example, newborn babies can't carry heavy things. Okay, students? And I'm sure that it will be clear for you, and it is clear for you. And for more clarification, and I want you to listen to native speakers.
CD3, Module 11, Recording 1. 1. Dogs can swim. 2. Elephants can't jump. 3. Newborn babies can't see colors. 4. Ants can carry heavy things. 5. Kangaroos can't swim. 6. Some parrots can talk. 7. Chimpanzees can climb trees. 8. Dolphins can jump high. 9. Newborn babies can't walk.
Okay, that's all, students, for your listening part. But you may ask a question that why do we need this listening? As I have always stated in our lessons that listening to the speech of native speakers is really important because we are also learners or second language users. But if you listen every day to the speech of native speakers, it means that you will improve your listening skills more effectively and more usefully. I want to underline again this point, the pronunciation of can't. As you have listened, dogs can swim, elephants can't jump, newborn babies can't see colors, and something like that, etc. Okay, that's all for the listening part. At home, you can use your CDs that inside this book. You can use your CDs and you can listen. You may listen to this material again and again for correcting your pronunciation. So the next step of our lesson is about vocabulary. The vocabulary, it means that we have to add some words, we have to learn some words, we have enlarged our vocabulary, connecting with the natural world or connecting with nature, or in other words, animals and some other natural features. As you see, there are two parts, and in the second box they have divided into 3 columns, and you will read and translate these words, and then you will put these words into these columns. animals or living things, heyvanlar və yaxud da canlılar. Geographical features, coğrafi xüsusiyyətlər, coğrafi elementlər, planets and etc. Okay. For subdividing these words, I want to give the pronunciation and translation of these words, of course the difficult ones. A bird, you know, I don't want to say its translation. An insect, həşərat, its meaning is həşərat. A chimpanzee, the main point is to pronounce correctly this word, chimpanzee. Then a volcano, a snail, ilan, a mountain, dağ, a human being, insan məxluqu, insan, an elephant, fil, a lake, göl, a donkey, uzunqulaq, a river, çay, the earth, yer kürəsi, the moon, ay, a kangaroo, you know, I don't want to say its translation, a dolphin, you also, I'm sure that you know. And what will you do after finishing this lesson, dear students? What will you do? You will recollect these words and you will subdivide them. Okay, you will subdivide them into these columns. Then, okay, coming to our reading part. As you remember, in each of our lesson, we have such kind of texts. We have translated it and we have chosen some new words, some unknown words from them. And the name of your text will be Amazing Facts About the Natural World. Təbii dünya haqqında və yaxud da ətraf aləm haqqında heyrətamiz faktlar belə səslənir mətnimizin adı. But before reading the text, mətni oxumamışdan öncə, we have some kind of exercise, pre-text exercise. Read the facts in the text. One is false. Okay. What does it mean? Mətndəki faktları oxuyun. One is false. Biri səhvdir. Faktları oxuyarkən bir özlüyünüzdə müəyyən edin görək, təyin edə bilirsinizmi hansı fakt səhvdir? Təbii ki, axırda birlikdə onu deyəcəyik. And the second exercise, why are these numbers mentioned in the text? As you see, here are some kind of numbers, and we shall see these numbers inside our text. And which facts do you find most amazing? At the end of the text, we shall discuss it. Which one is much more amazing? Okay, I want to begin to read the text and translate the text and explain to you every word or every grammar material. Did you know? It's translated as bilirdinizmi. You share your birthday with around 18 million other people in the world. Bilirdinizmi siz öz ad gününüzü dünyada təxminən 18 milyon insanla eyni zamanda keçirirsiniz. Yəni sizinlə bərabər 18 milyon insan da öz ad gününü həmin gündə qeyd edir. What I want to say in this sentence, I want to underline this word around. What does around mean? Around çevrə, ətraf anlamında tərcümə olunur. But in this sentence, if my students remember that, I have repeatedly said them about this word using before numbers. As you know, about means haqqında, but if we use before nouns, əgər biz onu isimlərin qarşısında işlətsək, about haqqında mənasını verirdi. Əgər tələbələrimiz xatırlayırsa, biz dəfələrlə rast gəlmişik buna və demişik ki, əgər about rəqəmin qarşısında gəlirsə, bu zaman təxminən təqribən anlamına gəlir. Eyni çaları daşıyır, eyni yükü daşıyır around sözümüz. Around da burada təxminən anlamına gəlirdi həmin cümlədə. Ümumiyyətlə bu mətndə around və about-a dəfələrlə rast gəlirdi. Ki, hamısında rəqəmin qarşısında gəldiyinə görə biz onu təxminən deyə tərcümə eləyəcəyik. Okay, I continue. Snails can sleep for up to 3 years. İlanlar 3 ilə qədər yata bilirlər. Then donkeys kill more people in the world every year than plane crashes. Plane crash təyyarə qəzaları anlamına gəlir. Yerdə qalan sözlərimizi yəqin ki, bilirlər tələbələrimiz, birgə tərcümə eləyəsi olsa. Uzun qulaqlar hər il dünyada insanlar, daha çox insan öldürür, nəinki təyyarə qəzalarında həlak olan insanlara nisbətən. Buradakı qrammatik materialımıza diqqəti çəkək. Bu isə adjektivin, yəni sifətin dərəcələrinə aiddir. Yəqin ki, moru, zəni tələbələrimiz burada gördülər. Sonra davam eləyirik. The Arctic tern, a bird which lives in North America and the Arctic, flies to the Antarctic every year, a journey of about 40,000 kilometers. Arctic tern, Arktikada yaşayan su qaranquşudur, belə bir quşdur, naməlum ola bilər tələbələrimiz üçün. Deməli, Şimali Amerika və Arktikada yaşayan Arktika su qaranquşu hər il təxminən 40.000 kilometr yol səyahət edərək Antarktikaya doğru uçur. Burada da yenə about'ı diqqətinizi çəkmək istərdim. Then, there are at least 10,000 billion ants in the world, but only about 6.5 billion human beings. Ən azından dünyada təxminən nə qədər var? Ən azından 10.000 milyard qarışqa vardır. İnsanlar isə sadəcə 6 milyon ya 6,5 milyard təşkil. The Earth rotates at around 1,500 kilometers per hour. Yer kürəsi öz oxu ətrafında fırlanır, rotate çevrə vurmaq deməkdir. Təxminən 1500 kilometr, hər saata düşən 1500 kilometr. Burada per sözünə diqqətinizi çəkək. Per hour, per week, per day, gün ərzində, il ərzində və həftə ərzində anlamına gəlir. Then, because of the Earth's rotation, you can throw a ball further if you throw it west. Yer kürəsinin çevrəsindən fırlanması səbəbindən siz əgər qərbə doğru atsaz, topu daha uzağa ata bilərsiniz. Bu şəkildə tərcümə edirik. If you have some kind of unknown words, you can take notes, dear students, and you can underline them and you can find them from your vocabulary. Then, I tried to read and translate more quickly because of our time. Elephants can't jump, pigs can't look up at the sky, and kangaroos can't walk backwards. In this sentence, we have used our grammar, our new explained grammar material, can't, and can't, as you see. Fillər tulana bilmirlər, domuzlar samaya baxa bilmirlər, kengurular isə geriyə doğru yeriyə bilmirlər. Africa is the only continent in the world that doesn't have an active volcano. Afrika dünyada aktiv vulkan olmayan yeganə qitədir. I want to give you a little hint. The false fact is that, students, yanlış olan fakt əslində buydu. The real continent is Australia. Australia is the only continent. Then, dogs can't see colors. Guide dogs watch the traffic to see when it is safe to cross. They can't see the difference between red and green traffic lights. Be attentive with can't, please. It's our new grammar material. İtlər rəngləri görə bilmirlər. Bələdçi itlər sadəcə nəqliyyata baxırlar ki, görsünlər, yolu keçmək təhlükəsizdirmi? Əslində onlar qırmızı və yaşıl nəqliyyat işıqlar arasındakı fərqi görə bilmirlər. Yəni, rəngləri ayırt edə bilmirlər. Chimpanzees can't talk, but they can learn sign language. Can't and can, as you see, our new grammar theme is used here in negative and positive form. Şimpanzelər danışa bilmirlər, sadəcə onlar işarə dilini öyrənirlər. Some chimps learn up to 240 different signs. Bəzi şimpanzelər 240-a qədər müxtəlif işarələr öyrənə bilirlər. Then I continue. About 10% of people in the world are left-handed. The new word is this for you, students. Left-handed, it means sola xay, sola istifadə edən insanlar. Person faiz, yəni xatırlayırsınız, dəfələr rast gəlmişik bu sözə. Təxminən dünyada 10% insan sola xaydır var, yəni sola istifadə edir. Studies show that dogs and cats also prefer to use either their right or left paws. Paw is maybe a new word for you. It means panja. Tədqiqatlar göstərir ki, study sözü deyə bilərsiniz ki, bu axı öyrənmək, oxumaq anlamında gəlirdi, amma isim olaraq cəmdə işlənəndə tədqiqat və araşdırmalar deməlidir. Tədqiqatlar göstərir ki, itlər və pişiklər də həmçinin üstünlük verirlər ki, özlərini ya sağ, ya da sol pəncərəni istifadə etsinlər, yəni heyvanlar da həmçinin sola xay ola bilirlər. So check if you have a right or a left-handed pet. Beləliklə gedin, baxın evdə öz pişiyinizə, yəni sevimli heyvanınıza baxın görək, olarsa hangi istifadə edir, yoxsa sola xaydırlarmı? And the last one of our text, the average person eats around 8 kilos of dirt during their lifetime. It is the most interesting fact for me, and I'm sure that it will be really interesting for you because of the nowadays theme. Orta hesabla bir insan öz həyatı boyu yaşamı müddətində 8 kilogram çift yemiş olur, yəni daxilən qəbul etmiş olur. This is because of badly washed fruit and vegetables. Bu hansı səbəbdəndir? Pis yumuş meyvə və tərəvəz səbəbindəndir. Elə burada bir haşiyə çıxıb demək istəyir ki, deməli nə etmək lazımdır? Hər şeyi və həmçinin əllərimizi daha diqqətli yumaq lazımdır. Then, this is our text, students. What will you do? You will read and translate this text. I'm sure that you have underlined your new words. You will find it after finishing our lesson. And God willing, in next month, when we meet, I'll try to check this text from you. And then this exercise is for improving your ability, your making up question, your ability to make up questions, correct questions, using who. Who in the class can, as you see 3 dots are given here. Ask and answer with other students, try to find one student for each activity. Create a situation for you and think that you are abroad, you are at one of the foreign universities and you have to introduce yourself, or you have to know, you have to meet your group mates or classmates. You have to ask some kind of questions. So how to make up this question using can? Who in the class can play the guitar? Who in the class can mend the car? Now, I'm sure that the structure and the instruction is clear for you. Sinifdə kim bacarır gitara çalmağı, maşın təmir etməyi və s. Bu sual tiplərində yeni özünüz üçün evdə qurun, şifahi olaraq həm danışığınızı inkişaf etsin və s. Söz birləşmələri tərcüməsinə baxaq. Write with the other hand, read really fast. Digər əlini istifadə etmək, digər əli ilə yazmağı bacarır sinifimizdə kim, əgər cümləni qursaq elə alınır. Və really sözünə diqqətinizi çəkək, xatırlayırsa tələbələrimiz really'nin həqiqətən yox, sifətin qarşısında gələndə very anlamına gəldiyini demişdik dəfələrlə. Burada deməli, çox sürətli anlamına gələcək. Kim sinifimizdə çox sürətli oxumağı bacarır, söhbət kitab oxumaq deməkdir. Make clothes, paltar tikmək, play chess, şahmat oynamaq, read music and sing well. I wanted to be attentive students. Read music, what does it mean? Mahnı oxumaq, but what does it mean? Simple, it is also oxumaq. Bu da həmçinin oxumaq anlamına gəlir. Amma sing well, vokal istifadə edərək nəğmə oxumaq anlamındadır. Amma read music, notları oxumaq, yəni bəstəkarların etdiyi işi görməkdir. So that's all for this exercise, I think. Then, let's continue. We have read and we have translated our text, and this is a little home task for you. How many questions in the animal quiz can you answer without looking back at the text? As you see here is given an animal quiz, a quiz for you. Please, after reading your text, close your books and try to answer these questions not looking back, without looking back, okay? And I think that you remember this fact, so I don't want to read and to translate these ones. Then, okay, we have another grammar material. It is question words. Digər bir qrammatika materialımızsa sual sözləriydi. Sual sözlərindən, I'm sure that almost all of you remember
question words, because from our first lesson, from the beginning of our education year, we have often come across this kind of question words: what, where, why, when. You know this one, students, I'm sure. But again, I want to revise for you. What is your name? Where do you come from? When did you come? How did you come? Which do you prefer? And why do you like this kind of questions? And the answers are given here. Read again and try to remember. And the second part of the grammar material is making difference between what and which. Hər ikisi Azərbaycan dilindən nə kimi tərcümə olunmur, what nə kimi tərcümə olunur. Amma what'un hansı mənasını verdiyi də var, necə ki which verir. Ona görə burada o ikisi arasında incə bir fərqi nəzərinizə çatdıraq. We use what if there are many possible answers, and we use which if there are only a few possible answers. For example, what is your favorite color? If we want to answer this question, we can say a number of colors. Yes, blue, red, white, black, and etc. So the choice is large, the choice is broad, so we have to use what. But in the second case, the choice is given inside the sentence, which is easier, Japanese, Chinese, or English. Cümlənin özünün içərisində verildiyinə görə seçim özünün içərisində verilir. Hansı daha asandır? Yapon dili, Çin dili və ya da İngilis dili. Bu zaman ise which'dən istifadə edəcək. Bu da bu ikisi arasındakı incə bir fərq. Beside one-word questions, there are compound questions too. We put some other word after these question words, and so we make compound questions. For example, compound questions with what and which are given here. What kind of, what sort of, what type of, what time, what color, and which one. Hansı növ, hansı cürə, kim anlamına gəlir, nə vaxt anlamına gəlir, hansı rəng anlamına gəlir və hansını daha çox sevirsiniz, which one, hansı birisini daha çox sevirsiniz. Bu da bizim mürəkkəb sual sözlərimizdir. And how ilə, maraqlı məqam how ilə verilən sual sözlərimizdir. How far, how often, how long, how fast, how much, how many, and how old. Siz artıq how old barəsində bilirsiniz, yəqin ki, xatırlayırsınız. Yerdə qalanlarını da cavabların qabağına verilir. Tərcümələrini demək istəyirəm. How far, nə qədər məsafə kimi tərcümə olur, how often, nə qədər tezlikdə, hansı tezlikdə, how long, zaman bildirir, how far məsafə bildirdiyi halda how long zaman bildirir, müddət bildirir, nə qədər müddətdə. How much and how many, nə qədər anlamına gəlir, isimlərin qarşısında işlənir və burada onların açıqlamasını vermişik. How much is used before uncountable nouns and how many is used before countable nouns. Sayılan və sayılmayan isimlərin qarşısında işlənir və nə qədər anlamına gəlir. How olsa bildiyiniz kimi neçə, nə qədər yaşı var kimi olur. Home task, ev tapşırığı. İzah elədiyimiz qrammatik qaydanı təbii ki, təcrübə eləməliyik ki, yadımızda qalsın. İki dənə tapşırığımız var burada. The first exercise, choose the correct question word. We are given question words. There are two alternatives in each sentence, but we have to choose one of them. Erase one of them or underline at your books. I'm sure that books are open and are in front of you. For example, which do kangaroos eat or what do kangaroos eat? Yes, the correct is what do kangaroos eat. And the second one, how much water or how many water do people need to drink every day? In this case, we have to be attentive with the noun. Water is uncountable noun, so it means we have to choose how much. Now, I don't want to explain anymore, and I think that it is clear for you. And after finishing our lesson, please open your books and do this exercise. And the second exercise, the next exercise, we are given box, and there are a number of two-word question words, compound question words. So you have to put them in these sentences, okay? And the last And the last phase, the last step of our lesson, saying quantities and big numbers. If you remember, while we were reading our text, we have come across some numbers and some big quantities, but how to pronounce them? Maybe some of them are unknown for you. For example, kph, what does it mean? Kilometers per hour. 50 kilometers per hour. Let's find it from the right column. Then 500 kilograms. Where? 500 kilos. 505. 505. It is here. Then 5,000, 50,000, 500,000, 5 million, 5 billion, billion and million, be attentive in this point. Million is million, but billion is milyar, okay? And the last one, 5.5. Artık bilirsiniz yani ki bunu vergülü olandan biz point'ten istifade edirdik. Where is 5.5? It is here. 5.5. And the last one, 1 meters and 55 centimeters. 1 meter, 55 centimeters. And that's all for our saying quantities and big numbers. Practice home, please, and repeat them at home. And that's all for our lesson. I hope that I'm sure that everything is clear. Please open your books and try to use your time effectively during this holiday. If something is not clear for you, please write us or ask us. We can answer them. That's all for our lesson, and thank you for your attention and success to all of you. Goodbye.